Ooh. My chair. My best friend, the chair. Okay. Okay, I'm at my desk. Okay. 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 Oh, God. Oh, my back. Oh. Oh, by the balls of Zeus. Son of a biscuit shit. Oh. 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 Oh, I broke my coccyx. Whatever the hell that is. Oh. Oh. God. Oh, I may have anal bleeding. God. Oh. Okay. Oh, no pain, no gain. Okay. Oh. Greetings, I am the wrestling fan. I may not be the best wrestling fan, but I am the finest. About damn time. Oh. All of you are probably wondering why I'm wearing this damn blindfold. Oh, thank God. Well, it was to prove a point, actually. I mean, you wouldn't wear a blindfold in everyday life, would you? I mean, you saw me. I could barely get around. It makes no damn sense. So why, I again ask, why would they make a wrestling match where both wrestlers were fucking blindfolded? I mean, that makes no damn sense at all. That is the dumbest, most stupidest, most retarded, Boston style, most ignorant, freaking, fucking idea I've ever heard of in my long-suffering life. I mean, a blindfold match? Really? We really needed that in the world of professional wrestling? You know what? I can only imagine how this idea was thought of.
Alright, young man. This weekend, we have our biggest show of the year. And in our main events, the biggest feud we've ever had is going to have a finale. Now, we need a stipulation for this match. I don't want anything exciting, like a ladder match or a street fight. No. I want something different. If you have any ideas, now would be the time.
Yes, sir, I do. Well, the idea I have, just let me ask you one question. Have you ever wanted to see two blind people wrestle?
Go on.
Well, the idea is to blindfold both wrestlers and just have them try to wrestle each other. And they wouldn't be able to see anything.
Well, how would they wrestle one another?
That's the beauty of it, sir. They wouldn't be able to. You see, they wouldn't be able to see each other, because of the blindfolds or whatever. So they'd just be failing around for each other for like 10, 15 minutes. And then suddenly, one guy would cheat, take the blindfold off, punch the other guy, and then boom, he'd pin him and win the match.
I don't know. Sounds too exciting.
It won't be, sir. I promise you. It'll be the biggest snooze fest of all time.
You've done it again, my boy. This match, this blindfold match, will be a huge moneymaker.
Well, whatever the true story is, whoever did this, whoever invented this atrocity, this abortion of a wrestling idea, should be raped by a lion and a gorilla at the same time while being forced to listen to Booker T commentary.
Oh, shucky, ducky, quack, quack.
Goddamn ass faces. Blindfold matches have been around for quite some time. The most famous of which that I can think of is Jake the Snake Roberts versus Ricky Martel from WrestleMania 7. But the one I'm going to review today, it's a triple threat. And no, I don't mean Shane Douglas, Dean Malenko, and Chris Benoit from ECW. No. Nothing that exciting. It's a triple threat because not only is it a blindfold match, it's also a steel cage match. Oh yes, because what makes for a classic steel cage encounter? Well, two dickheads blindfolded trying to wrestle each other. But not only that, it's also a Impact Wrestling match. Oh yeah, so you just know it's gonna be the biggest pile of fucktastic bullshit. Excuse me. 400 pills I took are finally kicking in. Let's get to it, shall we? The match I'm going to review is Chris Harris versus James Storm in a 6 Sides of Steel blindfold match at Lockdown 2007. But before we get to it, let's do what we always do and get the back history out of the way. James Storm and Chris Harris were part of a very successful tag team known as America's Most Wanted, who held the NWA tag title 6 times. But in 2006, a rift developed, as it does in every tag team it seems, and Storm turned on Harris and hit him in the head with a beer bottle. How very southern of you. It seemed Harris's career would be over after this, as his eyesight was damaged, but surprise! Harris returned and attacked Storm, and a match at Lockdown was set up. You see why they made it a blindfold match? Because of, Harris's eye? Because it was damaged? He almost went blind from the beer bottle? Do you get it? Do you get it? I mean, I get it. I mean, honestly, I think it's in-fucking genius. Bravo, TNA Impact Wrestling. Fucking genius. I mean, no screenwriter could come up with a better story than that. Let's just get this review over with before I get so freaking angry that I punch a dog in the face. And seriously, I'll do it. So we see Chris Harris and James Storm enter the dreaded 6 Sides of Steel.
The same thing that Wildcat as we look at David Eckstein.
Yes, sir. World Series MVP David Eckstein on the right. That's the...
Who cares? And they both put on their... Wait a minute. Those aren't blindfolds. Those are hoods, you dumbasses. I mean, granted, they still can't see, so I guess it could be, labeled as a blindfold, but a blindfold's like what I was wearing. A hood is a hood, a blindfold is a fucking blindfold. Don't fuck with me. And the match begins.
But Chris Harris went to Jim Cornette, and he really...
Marco. Polo. Marco. Polo.
Catch frustration as you can see them all kind of trying to feel their way around right now. James Storm in the middle of the ring, and I mean without having those ropes around you, and now you see Storm touching it, and Wildcat kind of going around the ropes himself as he tries to find out where Storm is, and right now they're on opposite sides of the ring. And
the only thing worse than a blindfold steel cage match is the TNA commentary for one. Do you want me to punch the dog again?
And they don't realize it. Oh, wait a minute, referee Rudy Charles got in the way.
I mean, think
Storm
about
not
it, though.
taking any chances.
I mean, Harris at this point, he can probably hear that there's someone there, and he didn't realize whether it was the referee Rudy Charles or James Storm.
What the shit was that all about?
That's James Storm right there. That Storm had that problem with Rudy Charles, while the Wildcat, Chris Harris, measuring now James Storm.
Well, you could see it's one of those things where eventually you've got to almost just sense where your opponent is.
Okay, here we go.
You feel it, you realize it's him. You don't wait for a second as they're so close right here. Don't realize it, and they almost go right by each other, and they...
Damn it.
But at the same time, it makes it so difficult when they have these hoods, these blindfolds in place.
And the crowd trying to help them along and tell them, but all that does is confuse them. All the noise being yelled at them, I mean, it almost takes away that 6 have in a match like this. Oh, there it is.
Both men go for a punch, and neither can...
Shit donkeys.
Next, both go down.
One thing about it, though, did you notice the punch itself? I mean, they didn't hold back for 1 second. If that would have connected, somebody was going down and going down hard.
Well, the ferocity of both men as they tried to lay each other out with those shots. I mean, it's just the buildup of the months and the months that these two have been pretty much at each other's throats ever since the breakup of America's Most Wanted, Don. Where you talk about the most decorated tag team in the history.
Huh. The crowd is chanting, "We want wrestling." I wonder what they mean by that.
Right, just even tried to go for a rudimentary move like that single leg takedown, but it's so tough with that blindfold, with that hood in place, and Storm was able to get out of the way, and the Wildcat couldn't hook him.
No, now he's farther away from Storm again, and again, he's just now trying to crawl around, get some kind of footing.
You just get your bearings as to where you are in the ring.
And now he does. He realizes he's at a corner. He's at a turnbuckle. He knows he can feel it.
Oh my god, I'm so freaking bored. Where's that damn dog? Wait. Instead of causing cruelty to animals, which I'm sure I'm going to get some phone calls and some letters about, I think I'm going to do something a little bit more constructive. I'm going to introduce something new to the show. As you've seen on past episodes, I've gotten so bored by matches, I've almost fallen asleep quite a few times. So instead of that, I'm going to introduce a wrestling LOL moment. Yes, a wrestling LOL moment. Whenever I get so bored that I want to punch animals in their damn little faces, I'm going to show a funny freaking moment from wrestling's past. Alright, go ahead. Show me a wrestling LOL moment. Goldberg ran into the post. He probably really hurt himself. Show me again. That woke me up, and I feel much better. Wait, what am I even reviewing? I can't remember.
That single leg takedown.
Ah, fuck.
Until the crowd is able to give some help and assistance to the Wildcat. Oh, Storm caught him right with a vicious knee right into the gut.
Well, now you can see you got to rely so much on feel. And James Storm thought he had it.
Ugh. I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of wrestling fails in this match. Wrestling fail.
I think we'll connect. That eventually, oh, what a shot! And the referee's going to have to put the hood back on. But that's what I'm talking about, what a vicious shot!
Oh my god. They didn't tighten his damn hood? You know what? If his hood continues to fall off, and I have a damn good feeling that it's gonna keep freaking falling off, I'm gonna play this every time.
I can say!
That's comedy.
Hood went flying right off the head of James Storm. He just got rocked. Rudy Charles applies that hood right back on the head of Storm. And then the cheap shot from Storm caught him with the knee. Exchange here now. You see the scoop and a slam by Storm.
A wrestling move in a blindfold match. Fancy.
And you can see now that James Storm realizes where Wildcat is, and he goes for the elbow drop, but he misses.
Wrestling fail.
Point for long enough, you're going to get your bearing.
Nobody home on that drop down, the elbow drop attempt by Storm. The Wildcat trying to get his bearings in the corner. Boy, it's a tough position to be put in this match.
Well, it's just so tough, and it's just so different than any kind of match. This is a match that's not...
I really think we need another wrestling LOL moment.
We want the gold, sucker! Hulk Hogan, we coming for you, nigga!
I really don't mean to keep picking on Booker T, but that was LOL-tastic.
And it gives Wildcat Chris Harris a chance to wrestle James Storm on even footing with only one eye.
Well, Storm lucked out that time. He was backing towards that corner, and he just...
Tighten the hood!
I can say!
Recount. And again, you see James Storm this time, the Cowboy, using the ring ropes. Well, using the ring ropes at least to see where he's at, and then climbing up the side of the cage.
Screw it.
To try and maintain their balance.
One shot after the other, they can almost feel each other, and oh, again, Storm. Oh, but he spears him right on.
I can say!
Hood being put back into place now by senior official Rudy Charles. And now here comes the count from referee Charles.
Well, that took...
There aren't countouts in a steel cage match, you zebra-striped buffoon! I'm sorry, but does it bother any other fans of wrestling out there when a referee just fucks up and he forgets that there's no countouts in a no DQ match or no countouts in a match like a steel cage match or a ladder match? Wrestling fail. You know what? Screw it. In this case, referee fail.
You can see Storm back up to both feet now, swing and a miss, shot off into the ropes. He just backed right up into the Wildcat, and Harris takes him up. Boom.
I can say.
Working their way around. And then you can see the Wildcat going for the ankle, but now he's got referee Rudy Charles, and he thinks he's got it put in.
Yeah, double leg. Gonna go here. Look at this sharpshooter applied.
Who cares?
But you can see that Chris Harris, he just felt
Wait a minute.
the ref, he felt.
What? The mask could just be taken off? Who would have guessed?
Storm's got the mask off in his hand, and then and he super kicks Wildcat. Chris Harris, he had no way of knowing it was coming. The referee doesn't see, and now he puts the mask back on 1, 2, and there was nothing Harris could do.
Oh, thank you, Jesus. And James Storm is your winner. You know, who I really, really feel bad for are James Storm and Chris Harris. I'm sure they knew that this was a horrible freaking idea, but they had to do it anyway. And they're both really, really good wrestlers. At the time I'm putting this video out, James Storm's, on Impact, won the World Heavyweight Championship from Kurt Angle. Pretty damn cool. They're both extremely talented. And if you want to watch a great match in their rivalry, then watch at the next pay-per-view, Sacrifice 2007, watch their Texas Death Match. A damn fine match. So good, in fact, it almost made me forget about this natural disaster. Almost. This was rated as the worst match of 2007, and rightfully so. I mean, it's boring, unnecessary, and to me, a huge wrestling fan, mildly offending. I mean, they used hoods instead of blindfolds, the cage was unnecessary, and it just wasted two tremendous talents. Thanks again, TNA, Impact Wrestling. Thanks a lot for taking another shit all over professional wrestling. I mean, what is it now, 2011? I mean, it's been a long time since this abortion of a match, but they don't produce fuck like this anymore, do they? I mean, please tell me they don't. It'd be like... Let me just, randomly think of a match. It's like if they, at the latest Bound for Glory, had 50-something Hulk Hogan versus 50-something Sting. I mean, both men at one time, Sting especially, were tremendous wrestlers, but I mean, they wouldn't do that. I mean, they wouldn't.
And then says, get up to your feet, and when he does, he rakes the back.
See how Hogan just...
No. Dear Jesus, no.
Boots to the midsection and a big overhand right to the top of the head. Gonna head to the corner.
Yeah.
Usually means stinger splash.
Hogan's in trouble.
Oh! Flair gets caught with a right for his trouble. Again, stinger splash to the back of Hogan, who goes into the corner.
Yeah, the surgically repaired back of Hulk Hogan. Multiple surgeries.
That's better. Maybe the blindfold was invented by a psychic who was also a wrestling fan, who saw in the future that some shitty wrestling organization called Impact Wrestling would, produce matches like this. I think I like the blindfold now. Oh wait, I'm sure a lot of you noticed that my long hair is gone. Yep. Sorry, peepers and peepetters. Finally got rid of the long, beautiful locks. Maybe someday it'll return, but for right now, my beautiful long hair, rest in peace.